Our next presenter this time is from Mati City Division. Her research is entitled Why Can't We Agree? The Love Story of Subject and Verb. Let's all welcome on screen Ma'am Danily C. Ramon.
He who speaks too much, work too little. Grade 7 students emphasized work as the best and correct verb on the sentence. I am bothered and alarmed as they further defended themselves by saying that it should be work because of he. They were thinking all the while that he should take work since he is singular and therefore the verb should not have s. This is the very reason why I conducted this action research entitled, Why Can't We Agree? The Love Story of Subject and Verb. Good day everyone! I am Danily C. Ramon from Mati National Comprehensive High School of the Schools Division of the City of Mati. This is entitled, Why Can't We Agree? Because this research talks about the agreement between subject and verb. Love story, since subject and verb are engaged in a love affair. But just like any love story, they have disagreements which must be solved. Strategic intervention material is used since this is an instructional material which can aid teachers in improving a least mastered concept or competency. Hence, this action research sought answers to the following questions. First, does the love story of subject and verb increase students' mastery on the basic rules of subject-verb agreement? Second, is there a significant difference between the control and experimental group on the mastery of the basic rules of subject-verb agreement? Third and last, what are the experiences of students on the use of the love story of subject and verb? For my methods, two grade 7 sections which have the same characteristics were chosen as the respondents of my study. One group is identified as the control group and the other group is the experimental group. From the experimental group, 10 students were selected for the interview, and this study employed quantitative design, which was triangulated using interview to uncover the experiences of the students on the use of the love story of subject and verb. This time, let us talk about the results of my research, which are of course anchored on my 3 research questions. Now let us answer the first research question. Does the love story of subject and verb increase the students' mastery on the basic rules of subject-verb agreement? Based on the result exemplified on the table, the mean of post-test is higher than the mean of pre-test by 8.94. Thus, there is strong evidence that the love story of subject and verb increased students' mastery on the basic rules of subject-verb agreement because the p-value is 0.00. Which is less than 0.05. Now let us proceed to the second research question. Is there a significant difference between the control and experimental group on the mastery of the basic rules of subject-verb agreement? By using one-way and COVA, I found out that there is significant difference on the post-test scores of the two groups in favor of the experimental group, since the p-value of the group row is less than 0.05. This time, let us have the third and last research question. What are the experiences of students on the use of the love story of subject and verb? After interviewing 10 students from the experimental group, 2 themes were generated using thematic analysis. Students said that the love story of subject and verb is enjoyable and insightful. No doubt that the students in the experimental group performed better than the students in the control group because they were enjoying and learning from the material. Lastly, I would like to recommend that when our students have least learned competency, we may use a strategic intervention material. And bear in mind that it must be crafted carefully, making it enjoyable and insightful. Most importantly, it should focus and give emphasis on what students should really master. Remember that it is our responsibility to help our learners become competent so they can meaningfully contribute to building the nation. Therefore, let us give our dear learners a love story of learning that will motivate and inspire them. Again, this is Danily C. Ramon saying, let us spread love all over the world.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Ramon, Ma'am Danilin, for that very nice presentation. Hello, Ma'am.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much as well. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear. Okay, let's proceed with the question and answer. Dr. Will, you have the luxury of time. Go ahead.
Okay, congratulations, Ma'am Dan. Congratulations for a
Thank you
very,
so much, sir.
yeah, it's a very energetic presentation of the result. I really like it. And I just have some few clarifications on the presentation. Can I get clarified on the number of the parties or the respondents in the two groups for the control and the experimental? How many were uh, respondents in the quantitative side of your paper?
There were actually 40 respondents, sir, for the control group and 40 respondents from the experimental group. And both groups have the same characteristics. So they are in fact heterogeneous classes.
Okay, so ma'am, I would like to
And
clarify
and
if you have developed 80 strategic intervention materials for the students, so you prepared 80 sets of the material.
I have actually prepared 40 since I have implemented it on the students in the
Okay.
experimental group, sir.
Okay, so you were able to develop 40. Ma'am, I would like to just to get clarified on who checked on the psychometric measures of the tool or of the content, especially for the assessment guide, the guide card. Who checked all these components?
I actually have the material validated by experts, sir. And aside from that, the psychometric thing or the aspect was actually validated and checked by a math teacher, a master teacher in mathematics, sir.
Okay, very good. Ma'am, this is a last clarification. Did you
Yes.
check on the effect size of your intervention? Do you think the effect of the intervention over the control is within the parang the desire of the DepEd organization? Do you think the use of your strategic intervention material will really be that high to be adopted or to be used by other teachers in Mate City or in Region 11?
Yes, sir. It actually is very effective because after having a reflection on the results of my action research, I actually found out that it actually improved my students' mastery in the basic rules of subject-verb agreement. And that is why after using the material in the experimental group, I have actually used it in the control group. And after that, sir, after I used the material in the control group, I found out as well that students in the control group performed like that of the experimental group. Since students in the experimental group performed better than the students in the control group on the first implementation of the material.
Thank you so much,
And
Ma'am Danily Ramon.
yes, sir. Thank
Okay,
you
so
so
Ma'am,
much.
thank you so much for that. Congratulations once again, and it's a job well done.
Thank you so much, sir.